I lost all my footage of this first recording. What's up, travelers? How's it going? Welcome to Writing Wednesdays, and today's Writing Wednesday video shall be Authortube Newbie Tag, in which case I answer some questions about me being on Authortube. Although technically I'm not an author, that's where I plan to go. So let's jump right into this, shall we? I got my list here. Questions. Okay, number one. How did you find out about Authortube? Simple. I was messing around on YouTube looking for some writing advice or just to have something in the background while I write, and a bunch of these Authortube newbie tags showed up, and it's a welcome introduction. I don't remember exactly whose first Authortube video I wrote, and that really sucks, but a lot of times they just kind of pop up on my feed and I just click. And there are times where some authors look the same to me, so I don't really know who's who. Alright, number two. What genres do you write in? Anywhere from sci-fi, fantasy, to supernatural. I love anything with, like, mystical magic and new technology, although I have issues with technology. Oh, the time. Number three. What's your preferred POV and category? Category: children's, young adult, new adult, adult. My preferred POV is third person. I find it easier. Plus, I also enjoy seeing everything and not just a limited perspective of that one main character. As far as category, anywhere from new adult or anywhere from young adult to adult. I like those categories. Let's see, number four. Are you a plotter, a pantser, or planter? These terminologies are weird. Pretty much, do you plan everything in your novel? Do you write by the seat of your seat? Or do you just wing it and write as you go? Or do you do a little bit of both? I like to think of myself as doing a little bit of both, because I do have bullet points to how I want this story to go, what goes on to this story. Like, if I was to be a director, I can get it done like this. The only problem with that is, being a director, you have to direct other people to see your idea, and I can't do that, which is why I'm writing it down. Number five, are you self-published, traditional published, or yet to be published? I've yet to be published. I plan on going the self-publishing route, and there's a whole reason for that, and that'll probably be my next topic, because it's just that much easier to get started on what I want to do for next week. Yeah, planning! If only I was like that in school. Number six. What publishing company are you with, / what's your dream publishing house? Now, considering I'm self-publishing, this whole publishing company thing doesn't really apply to me, but when I was younger and just beginning to write, I always had the dream of being published with Scholastic, and that's probably because that's the biggest publishing house that I knew back then, and now you got like Harlequin, Penguin Tween. Oh, actually, yeah. Before I decided to go self-publishing, I actually wanted to be with Penguin Teen as well. But, yeah, I'm going to go the self-publishing route. And again, there's reasons for that. And if you tune in next Wednesday, yeah. Okay, what Authortube related videos can we expect? I honestly think I got some unpopular opinions on writing advice. There are times where I was like, should I say it? Because I know there's that whole, if you give out advice, people are going to hold you to that standard, which is to an extent true for some people. There's some authors I follow who give out advice, and I don't think they follow their advice sometimes, but it's just kind of like, it's whatever. I still enjoy their story, so it's completely irrelevant. But there's some advice that I don't necessarily agree with, and I like to take a different turn, but then again, opinions, and there's no proper rules, so take it. I'm going to give out advice with a grain of salt, videos, and then my writing journey and things about my story, my characters. Number 8. When did I start writing? I started writing probably when I was about 4th grade. I think I was 8. A lot of times my elementary, like from 1st grade to 6th grade, they kind of all blend together. I feel like I was the same age throughout that time, and everything that happens was just one long ass year. And then 7th grade happened, and then I went to boarding school, and then I went to high school, and it's like, oh, high school. But yeah, like I've always had stories in my head. I've always been super imaginative, but it wasn't until 4th grade that I started bogging down and writing it. Okay. Number 9. What was the first story you've ever wrote? It was called The Bad Day. And I know it's very simplistic concept. It wasn't even that terrible and dark, because I know a lot of authors were like, I was extra dark when I was 7. Like I wasn't I was trying to make like I make light of any situation. I try not to think about dark things when I was younger. Even now I prefer lighter content to dark content. That doesn't mean I like dark content, don't get me wrong. I like happy things, alright? I like the happy endings and the nice little bow tie up. That's what I like. Number 10. What authors inspire your writing the most? I'm not going to say I have any authors that necessarily inspire my writing, because this is something I've always done, just come up with stories and then became writing it down. I was like, maybe that's a good idea. Maybe that's how I should go about it. There wasn't any one particular author, but authors I admire, I can do that. Like Tamora Pierce, really admire her. Rochelle Mead, although sometimes I feel like she fell off the face of the planet, but I saw on Twitter a few weeks ago, she's like, hey, a new book is coming out. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know she was still writing. R.L. Stine, and I met him and he's amazing. I'm sure there's some more authors out there, and for some reason I'm completely blanking on their names. Oh, I should give a shout out to Jenna Moreci though, because her writing videos were like kind of a kick in the ass to get back into writing, or at least at the very least to stop making excuses, because I do that a lot. Okay. Number 11. Do you schedule your writing time, or do you write when you can? I write when I can, because I have a lot of time on my hands, and every time I try to schedule writing, I just sit there and like get easily distracted. So what are you gonna do? Number 12. Do you type on a PC typewriter, or do I handwrite? I would absolutely love to type on typewriter. It's aesthetically pleasing to see when authors do that. But in reality, if I'm not at my PC, then I'm handwriting and then transferring it over. I know some people think that's a lot harder to do, but for me, I think it helps because it helps me edit. I have a flow or fluency issue, so when I write, it literally looks like I just vomited words on the page, and sometimes they don't make sense. So, and when I take a step back from it, I don't type. If I'm writing something, I don't type it until I'm completely finished writing it, and then I have that nice little reprieve, and then I go back in, and I'm like, oh, hey, that's not a word that exists. Why did I write that? Good shit. And finally, number 13. What are you looking forward to now that you're a part of Authortube? I'm looking forward to the community. As cheesy as it sounds, I feel like being a part of Authortube grants you, like, you kind of have some cheerleaders in your corner, people who are going through exactly what you're going through, and you could just like talk about it. It's like venting, author venting, writer venting. It's just like, hey, I'm going through this, and I'm like, yeah, me too. It sucks, right? Yes, right, bro fist, boom. And that's what I look forward to on Authortube. Okay, and that's it for this writing video. Hopefully this can be edited and not die, like my last video. Okay, see you later.